good day. Welcome to News Now on TV360. I am Thelma Okoro. A federal high court in Abuja has delivered judgment on the killing of 6 traders in Abuja by policemen on June 7, 2005. The judge Ishaq Bello sentenced 2 policemen in the trial to death, while 3 others were discharged. The convicts were found guilty of culpable homicide by the court. The deceased, aged between 21 and 25 years old, were returning from a night party in 2005 when they were allegedly killed by the police officials. At that time, the police had branded them as armed robbers, a report that was later false.
We are happy that at least we've come to the end of this matter. Judgment has been delivered today. Incidentally, some of the accused persons have been found guilty. And for us, the relevance of this case is to demonstrate to Nigerians that this issue of extrajudicial killing is a very serious one. For anybody, be you a policeman on duty, to handle their rifle carelessly and kill an innocent and defenseless Nigerian citizen is not going to be tolerated. And that is why we kept this case on the front burner of activities, even given it the national prominence that this case has enjoyed, and this matter had gone on. It's been a very tortuous and long journey. For 11 years we have been in court, and we are very happy that this will help to stem the tide of extrajudicial killings in this country.
The World Bank Group is set to mobilize immediate response to people threatened by famine in Nigeria and 5 other countries. The World Bank, in a statement, said the 5 other countries identified are Ethiopia, Kenya, Somalia, South Sudan, and Yemen. The statement says the bank's first priority is to work with partners to ensure that families have access to food and water. The Nigerian government has, however, denied that there was any prospect of famine in Boko Haram-ravaged northeastern part of the country. Nigeria has closed its main international airport in the capital Abuja for 6 weeks to allow badly needed repairs to be carried out in the airport. It comes after airlines threatened to stop flying there because of safety concerns over the state of the runway. But all but one international airline has refused to fly that route. Ethiopian Airlines is currently the only company offering international flights to Kaduna, which has been hit recently by a spate of kidnappings. Most international airlines say they are worried about security in that state. Some also expressed concern that the equipment at the Kaduna International Airport was not of high enough standard. The Nigerian army says 2 of its soldiers are missing after a clash with terrorist group Boko Haram. A statement by the army says one soldier was also killed in that clash. The army, however, assured that it would not relent until all the soldiers have been accounted for. A rescue team has already been deployed to go in search of the missing soldiers. The army also says 1 Boko Haram camp was destroyed during the exercise. Still on our top stories now, the Nigerian army has set up a 7-member panel to probe alleged cases of human rights abuse in its ongoing counter-insurgency operations. The board will be headed by Ahmed Jibrin, who is a retired Major General of the Nigerian Army. The Chief of Army Staff, Tukur Buratai, urged the board not to probe or revisit cases of abuse that had been investigated by state governments or the National Human Rights Commission. He also urged members of the board to justify the confidence reposed in them. The governor of Osun State, Rauf Aregbesola, has imposed a 2-day curfew in Ile-Ife following intertribal clashes between residents in the state. The Osun State Police Command has also confirmed the death of 7 persons in a communal clash in Ile-Ife. According to the Deputy Commissioner of Police, Aminu Koji, several others were also injured in that clash. Koji says the police have been able to bring the situation under control, adding that normalcy has also returned to the affected areas. Now, Lagos State Governor Kilmi Ambode has revealed that his administration's plan to carry out a total reconstruction of the International Airport Road from Oshodi was being frustrated by the Federal Ministry of Works, Power and Housing. That ministry is headed by the immediate past governor of Lagos State, Babatunde Fashola. Governor Ambode stopped short of accusing his predecessor of being the one frustrating the state's plan to fix that road. To determine just how badly the road needs a repair, TV360's crew visited the road. We also spoke to some residents who had this to say about the road.
The road can be expanded, you understand me, because this is an important road to Nigeria. Anybody coming to Nigeria from international airport pass this road. I believe that, thank God for the banks and the industrial company that are here, you understand me, but the road can be expanded. And before, I'm telling you, this road are for hooligans. You can't come here or your motor spoil around 10 o'clock or 11, you will say I'm robber attacking you, collecting your thing, pothole everywhere. But thank God for that now. That has been removed, there's nothing like that. But if Honorable Fashola feel, as a Minister of Works and Housing, feel that they need to expand it, it's welcome. It's a very good development. And I don't see any reason why maybe Fashola and Ambode can quarrel on the road.
Like you can see now, the road is a bit narrow and it's causing traffic congestion. And you know, this is it's like avenue. People that are entering into this country, they enter through this place. So like the Iyanoworo area, you know, because of the Iyanoworo that have been done, that one has eased the tension along the Third Mainland Bridge. So if anything like that, if it's done around this area, it will help us and we'll be pleased with it.
Members of the Federal Executive Council celebrated with the acting president of Nigeria, Yemi Osinbajo, as he hit the big 6-0. The celebration was held at the presidential villa in Abuja on Wednesday. Shortly before the Federal Executive Council meeting, the minister sang him the birthday song.
Of grace. I mean, I just feel so blessed that first that I'm 60, and secondly that one is in good health and able to serve one's country. I think it's just grace and a great deal of blessing from the Almighty God. So I really feel very happy, very fulfilled, and frankly thankful to God. Very, very thankful to God.
The Nigerian Labour Congress has issued an ultimatum to the Nigerian government to immediately review the minimum wage for Nigerian workers. Speaking at NLC's National Gender Conference held in Abuja, the union said it had run out of patience with the Nigerian government. The present minimum wage in Nigeria is 18,000 naira, a figure the NLC says is no longer feasible. Ayuba Waba, the NLC president, said the union is tired of the government's delay tactics and has called on the government to review the minimum wage immediately.
Let's use today's occasion around the globe to celebrate these 3.7 billion women that have made us great. We must also remember and celebrate the contribution of women in unions in building workers' power. All the successes we have recorded from the 18th century, because our movement is all about engagement. It's about a contestation, and it's about advancing positive arguments. All of these successes would have not been possible without the workers and the women power.
The millennium has witnessed a significant change and attitudinal shift in both women's and society's thoughts about gender equality and women's participation. However, women still suffer from gender discrimination, stereotypes and abuses. I therefore call on the NLC and affiliate unions to continue to be the voice of the change for women, not only in the trade unions but in larger society. We also recommend that there's need for us to promote gender audits, sensitive reporting, and record keeping in the very near future.
It's quite revealing in the report, as you shall see if you take time to look at it, that one of the findings of the report are that despite the widely held misconception that women should be in the home, indeed it's been found out that women should be in the workplace, and men agree to this fact. So in fact, men acknowledge the fact that women should be in the workplace and not in the home. It also widely acknowledged that the condition of service in most places tend to favor men rather than women. Indeed, a lot of work is being done in this regard, and I also therefore wish to echo the words of Comrade Lucy in appealing to NLC to ensure that women's rights are promoted, not only in the formal workplace, but also in the informal workplace, where the majority of our women also work in.
The United States Embassy has calmed the fears of Nigerians about a possible travel ban, assuring that those with valid visas have no reason to either postpone or cancel their trips to the United States. The assurance follows conflicting reports by Nigerian government officials. The U.S. says Nigeria is not named in the executive order on a travel ban issued on Muslim countries. The Nigerian Senate has summoned the Comptroller General of the Nigerian Customs Service over a plan to seize vehicles without paid duty. This follows the refusal of the Customs to suspend the action on the proposed clampdown on vehicles without duty payment as ordered by the legislature. The Senate has demanded Hamid Ali appear before it next Wednesday in his custom uniform. National Chairman of the People's Democratic Party (PDP) Ali Modu Sheriff has received support from some of the party's members in Kaduna State. In an ironic twist, Sheriff's major rival Ahmed McCarthy, who is the chairman of the caretaker committee of the PDP, hails from Kaduna State. The supporters thronged to PDP's national headquarters to declare their support and loyalty for Sheriff. PDP, Nigeria's major opposition party, has been broken into two factions following a power tussle between Ali Modu Sheriff and Ahmed McCarthy.
We are law-abiding party supporters. We respect and uphold the judgment of the Federal Court of Appeal, which reaffirmed your leadership of the party, and we disassociate ourselves from any insinuation to the contrary. We do so in the firm belief that where there is no law, anarchy prevails, and society is the worse for it. We do not desire such for our people, nor for our party. We are therefore saying with a resounding voice that we support your current leadership of the party. We shall not build and run away for another one to come and inhabit. Therefore, in the spirit of your well-deserved victory at the Federal Court of Appeal, we call on all our supporters and those who may be aggrieved to respect the rule of law by joining hands with the National Working Committee under the esteemed leadership of His Excellency Senator Ali Modu Sheriff.
You can see that the delegations here are not the kind of delegations that you can go and arrange for Wuse Market to come and pay you a courtesy call. People that are responsible to their society. People that at every walk of life, they are the leaders of the people. I appreciate their coming because even if all of northern Nigeria come to pay a courtesy call without Kaduna, it is not complete. Because for we, the northerners, the capital of northern Nigeria is Kaduna, where the late Premier of northern Nigeria resides. Therefore, our doors are open. I told everybody that the victory in Court of Appeal is victory for all PDP. There is no winner, there is no loser. Everybody is a winner. And I want to make it abundantly clear that all the structures that we build, nobody can remove or tamper with the existing structure unless you decide by yourself to be disobedient to the rule of law. That the law will catch you.
What is wrong with kí ló máa ń ṣe iná? Tell them I drove for more than 1 hour.
Ìyá mi, ọ̀rọ̀ yín náà ni mò ń ṣe. Ọ̀rọ̀ yín náà ni mò ń ṣe. Ká kúrò fún Ọlọ́run. Ká satisfy yín níbi ọ̀rọ̀ yín náà ni mò ń ṣe.
Ẹ wọ́n jẹ́ ká lọ jàre. Ẹ ká kúrò níbí báyìí.
Ẹ jọ̀ọ́ ẹ má bínú. Hello ọ̀gá, màá dọ́dọ̀ yín lẹ́sẹ̀ yín. I am assure you 5 minutes màá dọ́dọ̀ yín ẹ gbà bẹ́ẹ̀.
You are deceiving another customer just like you deceived us.
The same way he deceived us.
Eh? Why?
Ètò ní iṣẹ́ yìí. Bó bá kúrò ò lè jẹun, ò lè jẹun. Bó bá kúrò ò lè jẹun ìyá mi. Bó bá kúrò ò lè jẹun. Workshop mi lélẹ́yìí. Ibi tí èèyàn bá ti ń ṣe, ló ti ń jẹ. Ìyẹn ló ń pè ní workshop. Ibi tó bá ti ń work ni kó má ti shop.
You cannot base your business on lies. Go down now. It is corruption and it cannot work. Not in my country.
Corruption not in my country.
Welcome back. You're watching TV360 News now. Up next, we have business stories. Fidelia is standing by.
Thank you, Thelma. The Nigerian government says it has commenced plans to take the country out of its current recession before the end of the year. Minister of Budget and Planning Udoma made this known while speaking with State House correspondents at the end of the Federal Executive meeting in Abuja. According to Udoma, the government would be able to achieve its goals once the 2017 budget is passed and signed. Etisalat Nigeria has blamed the current economic recession in the country for its inability to settle the 541 billion naira debt owed to a consortium of Nigerian banks. The network provider is at the brink of a takeover following its inability to settle the loan it took in 2015. However, the telecoms company says it's in talk with 13 Nigerian banks to renegotiate the terms of the loans. At current official rate, the loan without interest stands at 377 billion naira. Oil prices climbed on Thursday, sustained by strong compliance with agreements to cut outputs. Brent crude climbed 42 cents to trade at $53.53 a barrel, while US crude gained 32 cents to trade at $50 a barrel. Kuwait oil minister says OPEC's compliance with cuts had exceeded targets standing at 140% in February, while non-OPEC members' compliance stood at 50 to 60%. Well, that's all on business. More stories coming up. Don't go away.
Corruption not in my country.
Mr. John! Mr. John! What is it now?
What is it now?
Please turn down the volume of your music. It's too loud.
And how is that your business?
It is disturbing me. I can't sleep.
And the same way you are disturbing my right to good music and where I enjoy it. Eh? What's wrong with you? Is any other person complaining?
Maybe we thought that you have lost your mind. Are you having a party?
I'm just respecting you, sir. You remember I paid my husband too.
You will not understand why we are complaining because you do not care about other people except yourself. Look, the transformation we need in this country begins in this compound.
Yes, now.
From you and I. This your selfishness is an offshoot of corruption. And corruption
not in my country.
Oh, you know, go to your bank. Go.
Corruption not in my country.
Two suicide bombers have blown themselves up, killing 26 people as I beg your pardon, as wedding guests gathered in a village near the Iraqi city of Tikrit. At least 25 people were wounded in the attack claimed by ISIS. The first bomber detonated his explosive vest among men who were dancing. Then a second bomber targeted those who had gathered to help. Most of the dead were children. The African Union mission in Somalia, AMISOM, confirmed that the leader of the militant group of Al-Shabaab has surrendered to government forces in southern Somalia. The AU mission confirmed that Hussein Mukhtar surrendered to the Somali National Army following a government amnesty offer for militants to surrender. The Somali government announced an amnesty offer in 2014 to members of the Al-Qaeda-linked group Al-Shabaab, which has been launching attacks on government forces. Nigeria's Super Eagles have maintained their position in the latest FIFA World Ranking. The Super Eagles are currently ranked 41 among the best teams in the world, the same as last month. The top 5 in the world remain unchanged as Argentina and Brazil continue to lead their way ahead of Germany, Chile, and Belgium. PSG's president has described Wednesday's Champions League defeat to Barcelona as difficult to accept. The French champions held a strong 4-0 lead leading into the second leg of the clash at Camp Nou but crumbled to a 6-0 loss. However, the team conceded 3 goals in the final 9 minutes as Barcelona became the first team in Champions League history to overturn a 4-goal first-leg deficit. The result is expected to intensify the pressure on manager Unai Emery, who was brought in with the sole aim of winning the Champions League for the team. Well, that's all we have on News Now. Thank you very much for watching. I'm Thelma Okuru.